In this video, I'm going to explain to you your possible results when you feed your broilers at libitum or you give them measurement feed. A lot of farmers are confused which methods to use, and in this video I'm going to explain all and break it down for you, and I'm also going to explain the best method that will give you maximum weight gain within a short time. All you just have to do is watch till the end. If this is your first time of coming across my video, please kindly help me to grow my channel by clicking the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't hesitate to give this video a like, comment and share for others to benefit. A lot of farmers are confused on the type of feeding they should give to their broilers, either to feed them ad libitum or to give them measurement feed. This is because they want to make more profit and reduce feed to the barest minimum. And this video will explain all. Feeding broilers ad libitum simply means you always keep feed in front of the birds so they can eat anytime they want. Then, giving measurement feed, this means that on a daily basis, you have to measure the quantity of feed you are to feed to your broilers. I'm going to explain the advantages of feeding ad libitum and the disadvantages. One advantage of feeding ad libitum is that there is faster growth rate because the birds, they eat to their satisfaction, so they gain weight quickly. Number two advantage is that there is less competition and stress. This means that there is no fighting for feed since it is always available. The bigger ones will eat at their pace and the smaller ones will eat at their pace. And another very important thing is that there is uniform growth. If you want your broilers to grow uniformly, then this is the best method of feeding you are to use. Most birds get equal feeding time, so by the time there is always feed for them, once they are satisfied, they live there, and if they still want to eat, they can still come back and eat again. So this is the three best advantages of feeding your broilers ad libitum. Let me give you the disadvantage of this method of feeding your broilers. One is that there is higher feed cost because the birds may waste feed if it is not well managed, and this has to do with feed management. So in order to reduce feed cost, you must make sure that you use the good and the best feeders for your broilers to reduce feed wastage, if at all you are using feeding ad libitum. Then number two is that there is more fat accumulation. In this case, feeding ad libitum, broilers may become overweight or develop fatty carcass. Then the third one is feed wastage. If feeders are not well adjusted, they scatter feed on the floor, and this will affect or increase the number or the quantity of bags of feed that you are to use. Let me go to the second one, which is daily feed measurement. And mind you, by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the one that will give you the best result and which one you should stick to. The daily feed management or controlled or restricted feeding method gives a specific measured amount of feed per day, and this is often divided maybe into 2 or 3 feeding times. Now let me give you the advantages. One is that there is a better feed efficiency because there is less waste. Birds learn to eat all feed given. That's to tell you that once you feed them, all the feeders will be empty. Then there is also leaner birds. That means that there will be less fat and there is better meat quality for this type of feeding method. Then the third one is that there is cost control. You can plan your feed usage and the profit margin better. So these are the advantages of controlled or restricted feeding. Then the disadvantages of it is that there is slower growth rate. This is because the birds may not reach market weight as fast as possible. Then the second point is that the second disadvantage is that there is stress and competition. Some birds may not eat enough if feeders are crowded. So I will advise you, if you are to use controlled feeding or restricted feeding, make sure that you have enough feeders for your broilers. Then uneven growth. This is one of the major disadvantages of this controlled feeding. The dominant birds may eat more than the weaker ones, and this will now make the bigger ones to grow bigger while the smaller ones will grow smaller. Now to the final point and the bonus point I have for you, which will now give the better results. Let me explain. For commercial broiler production, that means if your target is for 8 weeks, feeding regularly or ad libitum gives the better results in terms of the growth speed, in terms of the market weight, and in terms of profit. When I talk about profit, that is if the feed is well managed. That's to tell you that if you are feeding ad libitum and you manage the feed to reduce feed wastage, then you will make more profit. Now let me talk about cost aspect of it. For cost saving or organic system, measured daily feeding works better if you want leaner beds, then if you have limited feed supply, and thirdly if you want to control expenses. But as a practical farmer, I will give you, let me tell you, the best approach for you if you want to achieve massive weight in broilers within 8 weeks. Now, the first thing is to use a hybrid system. The hybrid system is that you feed ad libitum during the first 4 to 5 weeks. This is the stage of the rapid growth phase. Then, when it gets to 6 to 8 weeks, you can then start controlled feeding from week 6 to 8 to reduce the fat and the feed cost. Then, the third point is that you should always ensure enough feeder space and clean water for your beds. I believe you've gotten tangible information from this video. So please help me to grow my channel by clicking the subscribe button, turn on the bell icon, give this video a like and share for others to benefit. Thanks.